Really? Next match. I didn't even have time to reload here, man. Jesus. All right. So we've got ourselves a Pro Division match between Ganks R Us and Third String, pair of good, solid Pro Div teams here. Ganks R Us coming into Pro Division sort of midway through. They're 0-3 at the moment here, and Third String in a similar situation. They are 1-3 currently. So both teams looking to end the Pro Division here on a high note, get a win, and get something to write home about, pat themselves on the back, get a nice win to close out the season. Oh, lovely. So that's a pick from Third String. They're going to be our away team, and Ganks R Us are going to be our home team. They're going to have the first pick and the first bans here. So let's think about this one here, buddy. We've got a lot going on here with these two teams, especially on this map. So Dragonshire, don't see this one too often. Yeah. She's a half support and a bruiser at the same time. She puts out bruiser damage, but is able to bail somebody out, not unlike Medivh. I think Zarya is super dangerous in the 4-man rotation. I'd love to see Chen in the top lane from either of these teams. Chen is so good right now. It's unreal. Mm-hmm. 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 Pretty wild how much Zagara's sort of dropped off in the meta, hasn't she? She really hasn't seen much play of late. I've not seen any Zagaras. That's kind of wild now that I think about it. Like, Chen's kind of usurped her as like the big, like, I don't think it's a Thrall counter, but she like Chen versus Thrall is a new dance that's coming up, and has been, picking up speed in the last couple of weeks as Chen's really started to establish himself as one of the premier lane bullies in the early game. This is a tough one. I'm trying to think on this one. I think the likelihood of Samuro being in this game is about as likely as me finishing this bottle of whiskey tonight. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. I think everyone's sort of caught on to Samuro. I think, good lord, I hope they don't pick Samuro tonight. That'd be a very odd moment there. But he's just too good. He's just too good at Angus, I just turned the volume up. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Hey, buddy. It looks like your audio's not coming through.
Oh,
Oh.
I should probably unmute myself.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I am so sorry, guys.
Oh, does that
I've
mean
been talking.
I unofficially did the intro tonight? Oh, I'm taking over your stream, Synth. I'm taking it over.
I
Season
must.
the means of production.
I
here.
misclicked. I misclicked so hard. Wow. Yeah, this is what happens when you get Synth, without his typical pre-match
Your
checks.
your mantra and your meditative moments.
Not
See,
quite
this is why
meditative.
we can't. This is why we can't do Q, man. You misclick at the crucial moments.
Oh my gosh!
No, I'm kidding.
It's
I'm kidding. So let's see. Do we want to start this over again? It's funny.
oh god. Well, I mean, the lobby's still forming, so this works. Basically, yeah. I talked for a little bit about how Zarya, how the lane bullies are important for this map. Where if you win a lane by yourself, you allow 3 other members to be in the other lane and actually take, be successful. And yeah, oh my gosh, I can't believe I misclicked that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
week
love
8.
it.
This is our pro. This is our pro division game, you guys. We're supposed to be like on the ball here, and
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I got my microphone, got my whiskey, got my sparkling personality. I came prepared.
sparkling personality. Oh, geez.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll call it that. Sure. All right, so we're still waiting for one more. I'm gonna go ahead and post the observer link here.
Oh, it looks like we're still waiting on one last hero. Yep. So,
anything else I mentioned that you might want to repeat?
I'd like to, you mentioned Siege Tank. I think, Siege Tank can definitely be beneficial. I think Siege Tank is in a similar position where after those couple of weeks, she's still a very strong hero, but I think after those couple of weeks, people started to get more and more used to seeing her frequently and got better and better at working her over and drafting against her. We saw a lot of Siege Tanks in those first weeks when she initially got buffed, and we really haven't seen a lot of Siege Tanks in Chair League drafts lately.
You're right, and you know what? I was just thinking, it might be because of the lane bully meta. I mean, right now there are an exceptional number of bruisers, and between
like Chen, like Chen ETC can totally mess up a Siege Tank.
Yeah, we have Anubarak, we have
that hero is still in the game.
Oh, jeez. He's actually really good. I mean, you see him picked enough. More than some other heroes like Murky.
More than some other heroes. That's
when we used Murky as the surrogate for Zarya for 2 weeks and no one said a thing.
That was really funny. 1,000 years from now, when they're, the future archaeologists are dusting off, the old dead servers and are using their magical future technology to read our old emails and shit. They'll be like, what the hell happened these 2 weeks where Murky just ended up in every single draft?
All right.
And then disappeared.
So, yeah, I know, right? So we finally have everyone in the lobby, and we're going to start right into the draft here. Both teams are ready. And
here we go.
Here we go. There's the goat. Love the lobby chat. All right. So who do you think we're gonna see for the bans here?
Well, I think there really, honestly and truly is like no way that Samuro makes it out of the first ban phase.
Well, probably gonna leave it for the red team to ban Samuro, right?
I agree. Yeah, if you're Gangsta Us right now, you ban the second best hero in the game. And they banned for the Zul. I actually like this a lot. You put Zul in the mid lane and the bot lane. And he really gains a lot of benefits pushing those 2 lanes. They're close together. He helps with the ganks that 4-man group is putting together. Third string. Good God, I hope they ban Samuro. They don't! Yeah, let's drink!
Alrighty.
Gotta finish this bottle. God help me. Is Gangstar... You gotta be kidding me, right?
I mean...
takes Samuro and gets a free win, right? That's how this game works now. Am I not mistaken? That's what Reddit and
Reddit says, yeah.
The BNet forums that I don't visit, I swear, have led me to believe.
Yeah, I don't know where we go with this.
How do you like?
You
how do
have to,
pass
right?
up Samuro here.
Are
You
they
can't
baiting? Are they could be baiting.
How do you bait Samuro?
I don't
You
know.
can't, like, we're gonna trick you into playing the hero that wins every single game.
Yeah, this was an Illidan bait. You remember those Illidan bait days where you actually would pick Lily in response to Illidan and just like counter him entirely?
Gangstaris are going hella deep into their time pool. I don't like this at all.
I wonder if they're having the same conversation.
They need to know, like, and they go with Sylvanas.
What is going on? Wait, first pick Sylvanas?
I'm like, she's good on this map. Like, she helps enable the dragon. ETC and Falstad, no Samuro. What is going on? I'm losing my mind.
Was there a gentleman's agreement not to take
I
Samuro?
think there was. There was some sidebar stipulations here where it was like, we agree to not use Samuro in the proceedings if you agree to not press charges. Oh my God, what is going on? I don't believe this for one bit. This blows my mind. We're making it to the first. We're making it to the second. Chen.
There's
All right,
Chen.
So,
Okay, all right. We're not insane.
Tone down the hype for 1 second here. I cannot believe this. So we'll tone down our disbelief. Chen, we talked about Chen's presence as a top laner, how good he is at locking down that lane, and third string with their ban and their potential picks.
Well, you know who's a good opponent for Chen? ETC. ETC has the ability to stop him from drinking, and anyone who can keep Chen from being an alcoholic is actually extremely good at mitigating.
But his wave clear is really poor compared to Chen's in the early game, though. Like, if you're Chen, you just ignore the ETC and go for the minions, and you let the minions clean up the ETC as things go on.
Doesn't the wave clear require him to drink? Does that
you have to have some fortifying brew, but there's no reason for you to constantly be brewing right in ETC's face.
Well, no, but ETC's stun actually interrupts the brew. Like he
that's
literally
what I'm saying. You brew like at your towers.
Oh, okay, I see.
You top off
back
and then
up.
you go and then you go in with your abilities.
All right, so Muradin as the second ban, right? Yeah.
Holy smokes! This one's got me. This one's got me scratching
Where's
my head.
Samuro? Where is he?
No, you gotta be kidding me.
Did they forget that Samuro's on the table?
He is allowed right now, kids. So Muradin is banned by third string, leaving them with leaving the Gangsta RS with basically Johanna in the sort of mainline tanks right now. They may opt to go with sort of the double bruiser tank, so Chen and maybe Tyrael, or Chen and maybe Zarya. But it's third string's picks right now. Tychus was banned, so they really are Gangsta RS may be going for another warrior when the picks swing back around to them. Third string going deep in their time pool, using up almost entirely here, and we see the Thrall picked by third string.
Yeah, I think the lane bully task needed to be picked up there, and Thrall does a great job of being that. And Lunar picked up. There's still no Samuro. What is going on?
Oh, there definitely was a gentleman's agreement. Somebody
has to be.
Somebody made. There was something behind closed doors here. Third string with no support, so no Samuro for third string. Gangsta RS. Mm-hmm. I really can't believe this, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This is shocking to me.
I don't know.
So many levels. Like, even against the supposed counters, Samuro still has like a 60% win rate.
Yeah, I mean, this is Pro Division. There might be a different meta there than everywhere else.
They still ban Samuro first.
There he is.
Holy
there he is.
cow.
Holy cow.
Oh. They still ban Samuro in like rank 1 Grandmaster Hero League. If anything, how blatantly overpowered this hero is should be more apparent to teams of this caliber. So, holy smokes, Samuro makes it in. I don't know what to say. This could get very ugly for third string if they're not careful here. They got to watch their support pick, because the wrong support will get eaten alive by Samuro.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you go Morales? Because Malf is banned.
No way.
No?
No, it's too immobile. I feel like you almost need Ariel, so that if Samuro opens on you, you can dump Aegis on yourself.
I think they take Tassadar for. Sorry, Ganks takes. I think Ganks should be taking Tassadar right now. That enables a lot of like.
I don't know though, but like what threat of Tassadar is there? Third string isn't going to be taking Tassadar.
No, but you take them to enable your Chen and Samuro to keep going for longer.
I don't think either of them have to worry about that. Chen has his own way of mitigating damage. He'll probably take Elusive Brawler at level 1, which will help
do you go
substantially
Mage
against Thrall.
You go Mage?
I feel like you go
Arthas?
Nice.
Okay.
So this explains the Tychus ban.
Okay.
We see Arthas. So what we're probably going to see here is probably Cindergrosa with the Samuro follow-up.
Do you think
Chen
Sylvanas
as
solo
well.
lanes? Or do you think
I think
Sylvanas
Chen
goes
solo
with...
lanes. I think Chen solo lanes. Sylvanas goes to bot lane and mid lane with everybody else.
Okay. All right. So that means that
And
they're...
there's the Ariel,
Yeah.
like we said.
They are definitely going to look for the objective presence. Yanks looks like they're going to really try to be at the objectives. But wow, we have a Samuro in the last phase.
I can't believe that happened, dude.
What is going on here?
I'm so confused right now. Like, Samuro makes it through the bans. Mind blown. Samuro makes it through the first picks. Mind blown. Samuro makes it through the second round of bans. I actually can't believe what's happening.
Yes.
So
second round of picks, Synth actually goes to the lobby and says, "Hey guys, you're aware that Summer is a character, right?"
So, like, one of two things is going to happen here. Either everyone is going to have their worst fears confirmed, and Samuro is still going to be OP, despite his recent tune downs over the last week, or Samuro will lose, and we will all jointly file a report to Blizzard because Samuro lost a match.
Yeah, obviously something wrong with the game.
Clearly so.
Yeah. But yeah, we are going to get right into this. Dragonshire once again. And ladies and gentlemen, we did not introduce ourselves. For those of you coming in, thanks for the host, Kagiri. My name's Synth Paradox. My co-caster here is Newtype. And we are casting Ganks Are Us versus Third String tonight, and this is the first game in a best of 3 Pro Division, the final week of Season 3 of Chair League. And
yeah, if you're coming from Kag's stream and you haven't heard of Chair League before, it's an amateur league, basically a fun sort of weekly team league where you get matched up against opponents in one of 4 potential divisions, Pro Division and then Division 1, 2, and 3. And you make your team. You can have, I think, a pretty substantial number of people on your roster, but you field 5 each week, and you duke it out with another team of equal skill. And you get casted. We like to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Newtype pours drinks all the time. Synth does the actual difficult technical stuff,
and sometimes misclicks and forgets to unmute himself at the beginning of the stream. No big deal. We've been only doing this for what, almost
like
a year.
70 games. Jeez, man.
So
all right. So
alrighty,
we zoned in here. Let's talk about these heroes. On the left-hand side, in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks, playing for Team Ganks Are Us. We've got Ripper on Arthas, Drago on Samuro. We got Last Enigma on Brightwing. We got Spectral on Chen. And we got Ike on Sylvanas. Don't kick the baby. The right-hand corner in the red trunks, playing for Team Third String. We've got Giggles on the Ariel. We've got Fenrir on Lunara, Chaos Bear on ETC, Ben's Bear, different kind of bear, on the Thrall, and Mig on Falstad.
Yeah, we got the expensive bear on Thrall.
Look at this Sylvanas cheese. I love it. We got some stinky cheese coming to the top lane. Ike going in, looking to get some early towers down. And, I like this idea. What you do, you go ham and you go for that. Oops, I didn't mean to ping there. You go for that. Fountain if you can. That fountain in the top lane is so critical. Spectral is really, really getting wailed on there. Does manage to back out, taps to survive. But the root on Falstad, Mig has to hustle out with a barrel roll, does manage to survive. We got all sorts of esports happening in the top lane. This is unusual real estate this early in the game, Sin.
Yeah, this is, if you lose a hero at top during that esports, you actually go behind. You lose your advantage. So it's good that they were able to back out successfully. But
oh man,
yeah.
So both teams pressuring, pushing for level 2 right now. Tons of pressure in the top lane, kind of inverting the usual method and way of playing this map. You usually see one strong top laner at the top, and then the 4-man rotating between mid and bot. Instead, we're seeing Drago on the Samuro in bot lane, Chen in middle, and then 3 members top pushing through. They get a good root on Ben's Bear, but he does manage to hustle out as Thrall. Mid coming in to punish. Ripper has got to hustle out now or face the penalties.
Yeah, Ben's Bear survives due to Thrall's insane ability to self-sustain. And and let's talk about these talents. No bribe picked up for Brightwing here.
I like Hyper Shift on this map. Getting into position to help secure these the altars for the dragon is critical, and having your phase shift up faster is that much more useful. Ben's Bear is in a load of trouble at top here. Has got to hustle out. Gets one last poke on Ripper before running away. But we're seeing the Magestad build looking like from Falstad, standard stuff from the Thrall. Block party from ETC that is going to help with mitigating some of Samuro's damage. And we're seeing Cruel Spores and Swift Sweep from Lunar and Ariel as well, respectively. Both teams hitting 4 right now, and their talents coming into play.
Yeah,
I mean, we're seeing the build from Samuro. Wave Illusion, Mirage. I suspect we'll be seeing Phantom Pain at 7. And, Hideo Kojima would cry if he saw how overpowered Samuro was. That being said, he's getting whacked in the bot lane here. Never mind, it's just his illusions. Fooled you.
Yep.
And
fooled you. No. Yeah, Samuro's actually doing a great job of solo laning. I didn't think that he would be able to, but him with the illusions are actually doing a great job of just staying alive against even 3 or 4 members of the opposing team. That is super impressive.
That's super overpowered.
Yeah, okay, yes. But as I say that, he might be getting blown up right now.
We got him now. Nope, no, we don't.
Oh, no. Oh, there it is.
Oh, we do. It only took 4 members of our team, and he still made it to the other side of his wall.
Yeah, meanwhile, Thrall might be getting... Oh, never mind. I was going to say...
all right. Enough. That's the last I'm going to say about Samuro being overpowered. I'm going to turn to the game. You got the keg toss build coming from the Panda. Chen going with the keg toss build, which is also blatantly overpowered. Yes, I get to just shift my complaints to another hero. That's the great thing about this. No one can stop me. But this is a crazy build. If you haven't seen this, you take keg, basically all the keg talents you can to reduce keg cooldown, increase keg damage. It's kind of crazy. And
Arth is barely getting out in mid there. Oh my gosh! Oh, he's gonna survive!
Oh no! Brightwing, you left me to die!
Oh.
Last Enigma just walking away, leaving Arthas to die a horrible death to Lunara poison.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Oh, that's demoralizing right there.
Yeah, he was on his way back. Literally, like, B was, 3/4 of the way through, and his health was like 50, 30, and dead. So, Lich King, doing the Lich King thing, and...
He's being dead.
Yeah, and being dead. Drogo doing an insanely good job of being a half-stealth hero. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you see out of Zeratul, and damn, is he good at it. Holy crap, he's just holding... Remember how I said you needed somebody to take one lane by himself?
And he's doing it, man.
He's doing it. I thought it would be Chen. I thought it would be, Chen or not Arthas. He doesn't
or like maybe Sylvanas. Drogo's kind of in a pinch here. Has got to duck out. Hope he's got some cooldowns.
Nope.
Gets blown up instead.
Yeah, I think he might be able to survive that in the early game, but once you reach mid game here,
I think he had mirror image up and just maybe. I'm checking the cooldowns now. Obviously, it's different now, but I think he might have had mirror image up, and that would have saved him at the end there. But no dice there. Both teams at level 9 now. It looks like third string is pushing up a little bit quicker here. And they're going to have level 10 faster, considerably so. Almost a full level advantage. As Ripper is kind of in a bind here. Gets pinned by Ghost Bear, bounce back, and tons of damage. Great detainment strike from Giggles. almost confirming the kill there on Ripper.
But Drago sneaking the siege camp right there in mid, right below Ripper. Ripper was almost going to pull him over there, the opposing team over there, and that would have been devastating for Drago there. So
take a quick peek at the talents here, see if anything's really surprising us here. Crystal Aegis, no surprise. Leaping Strike. I actually really like Leaping Strike against Samuro because it gives you a gap opener if he ends up on top of you.
And here's the question: what is Gangstaros doing here?
Ooh.
Third string is 10. They should not be. They should not be here. They should be behind their walls. They should be, defending mid, all 5 in mid, and they just picked up 10, so they can finally.
Not even just like all 5 in mid, but they've got to, they've got to be not where third string is, and Chen is subsequently picked off, and that, I feel like that's going to be a Dragon Knight. You've got 2 heroes down for a considerable period of time. Brightwing is able to port in quickly here, taking a lot of damage there from Mig.
Yeah, but Fenrir using that hoppity hop and leaping strike and escaping and putting herself in a much better situation. Drago really doing a great job with those mirror images and uses the escape mirror image escape, but actually they found the right one.
Avail. They found the right one. We're seeing Summon Syndragosa from the Arthas, as well as Illusion Master, Emerald Wind, Wandering Keg, and Wailing Arrow. And third string does pick up the first Dragon Knight of the game at the 7.5 minute here. As in they go. They're looking to get some damage in mid, and not too much in place right now to stop them. They're going to get this fort. And the question is, where do they go from here? Do they pressure onto the keep, or do they rotate elsewhere and help further build up this XP lead?
Yeah, I think you want to, at this level, I think you get 13 and then you group up. So they're actually going to rotate up to top here and try to catch Chen out of position here. Chen is a little bit far forward, and there it
is down.
Yeah, they notice Chen pushing up ahead, and they were on the way up, and Falstad really showing the power of that global presence and coming right in and just making it a 2-on-1 fight immediately. And Chen just goes down as a result of that. So Fenrir really pushing the power of the Dragon Knight at level 13 at 8.5 minutes, soaking up a ton of tower shots. Sorry, fort shots.
Fenrir going full Iacona in that Dragon Knight. Does pick up Giant Killer at 13. I actually...
2 Giant Killers.
Yeah, they do have 2 Giant Killers. This is good. The question is, I almost feel like if you do the math, if you get that damage out onto multiple heroes, you do end up doing more damage with with unfair advantage than you do with Giant Killer on Lunara.
Yeah, but
basic attacks are not particularly consistent. Benspear gets kegged. Will there be follow-up? Yes, you bet there will be. Avert your eyes, children. That is not something you want to watch. A 4-on-1 in the corner in the bushes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Thrall being a little bit out of position there really suffered and got blown up. And that's the risk you take here in Pro Division. They do not let you get away with stuff like that. So, Samuro doing a great job just staying in their single lane. It's really impressive how far Drago's gone without any support from the other team, or from his teammates.
And they're about to get to 13 here, which is going to be beneficial for Ganks R Us. And Wave Illusion almost finished here. Oh wow, yeah, almost done. And we're gonna have to see. We do see Shikuchi, so we do get the short blink teleport there as a team fight ensues in top lane.
Yeah, they were trying to catch one person out. Chen was the target. Chen manages to get out, but Emerald Wind maybe.
Enigma survives, but Ripper sacrifices himself as a result with 100 hit points. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, Ripper was getting pinged by so much Lunara damage there. If they survived, I would have promised another ridiculous thing that I probably would not be able to deliver, much like drinking this entire bottle of whiskey.
All right, so it looks like they're taking advantage of the fact that it's a 4-on-5 right now, and they are rotating 3 members down to the bottom. Chen is doing what he can along with Brightwing to hold top so that they don't get a double event.
Yeah, right now, I mean, the level advantage for third string is really quite tangible. It's really dangerous for Ganks R Us to be too aggressive on the map. Because level 16 just kicking in now, and here we go.
As you said,
looking for blood, and in they go. They look for Last Enigma. That's their pick right now, and I feel like they're gonna get her in a second here. As Fenrir lays in the damage with the leaping strike, that is probably gonna be it for Brightwing. Ike is gonna go down as well. 2-0 so far. Drago is hustling out with Ripper as Spectral is looking for a pick somewhere. Giggles dangerously low. Drago putting the hurt on there, but the Sundering comes out to save the day. And yeah, 2-0 as the level 16 talents really paying off here. Imposing presence from ETC is actually going to be a huge benefit for their team to help cut down all sorts of damage. Cut down the Chen damage, cut down the Arthas damage, and cut down the Samuro damage, most importantly.
Yeah, I think Block Party has been doing a number as well. Just being able to mitigate a ton of...
I really wish that was a stat we had access to. Amount of damage blocked.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, Drago doing a great job of just, misdirecting using his mirror images.
Well, big scrap here in bot lane. Bensbear goes down, though. A gasp of life from Ganks R Us as Ripper takes too much damage. So much hurt there. Does manage to survive on the back of Last Enigma's heals as Drago goes in ham looking to confirm another kill potentially, but it's just not going to happen here.
Yeah, they had to pick.
They gotta hustle out. Spectral is taking way too much damage right now.
Oh, and the
with
stage
the
dive.
He's got to leap in just to avoid being killed there, but is subsequently killed by Ariel and Lunara. And they're overstaying their welcome here, since they overstayed their welcome in that team fight, and they paid the price with Chen.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness! Mig with the gust. Catches Enigma, has to pop the icebox to survive. Ripper's going down, Enigma's going down. And an incredible play from Mig securing 2 more kills. That's 35 seconds each for, third string to press their advantage here.
Yeah, that was
great play from Mig.
That was a great situational play coming out of Mig because they were 17 to 15 actually. They were a town tier ahead. They had nothing to lose really. By doing that, Falstead was almost at full health, and it was, if it wasn't successful, oh well, you wasted a 70 or 60 second an alt. But boy, did it pay off. Yeah, 60 second. So it looks like they're just third string is just aiming to pick up the Dragon Knight at this point, with Mig picking up.
They're going to get it with absolutely no contest. Keg has to be popped just to run away from the damage coming down mid lane. That's actually a big cooldown for this upcoming team fight. That's not going to be on. It's not going to be available. Gust is not available with Mig in the Dragon Knight, but I don't think they really need it. See him going to the top lane, actually. Kind of an unusual move here. You rarely see games finished in the top lane just due to how dangerous that bridge is in front of the keep wall. But a little bit of extra free XP helps the red team push forward onto level 20. And they've been ahead almost the entire game here ever since basically level 10.
If they can get 20, they can push it wherever the hell they want. Let's face it.
Oh my God, is it happening? The dream. Is Samuro gonna lose a match?
If he loses a match, how do we what do we say? What happens? Do we have to uninstall?
The fix is in. No.
He was nerfed.
Syndergosa comes out though and does slow the majority of third string. Hits a lot of them there, and the ults are being popped. In goes Chen onto the Oriole, almost managing the kill. The Keg confirms they managed to get Chaos Bear pushed back as well, but Chen is brought down as a result, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. Chen for Ariel. I feel like that's a little bit in favor of that's in favor of Ganks R Us. They kept the keep, which is critical, and they go in again. Chaos Bear with very little hit points. You have to remember there's no healers here for third string, but they do manage to secure another kill on Sylvanas here. And they keep fighting. They keep scrapping. They want this keep.
Yeah, it was hitting that 20 there that really did it. They a 4-on-4 was without a healer on one side was actually won by the team with the 20s. That makes sense. So yeah, 20s picked up for third string here. That's really dangerous for Gangster Us. One more bad team fight, and they are not long for this world.
Mm-hmm.
At least for this match.
Nexus Frenzy from the Falstad. Kind of an interesting capstone for this predominantly Mage Stad build. You typically will see typically see the flight talent here. You don't always
Epic
see
Mount.
Nexus. Yeah, Epic Mount here. And I'm kind of surprised that we're seeing that. But Mig doing a ton of damage, has been getting the Oreo crown for a lot of the game, so that makes a lot of sense. Giving him a little extra range, giving him an opportunity to do a little more damage, and with that, he does actually down the mid keep. A scrap unfolding in bot lane here. Huge Sundering catches Ike. Ike is going to go down momentarily here. Zaragoza comes out just a little bit too late.
Yeah, that
the members of third string are actually going to back up here. ETC disengaging with Stage Dive, actually trying to get out of it as Bensbear saved by the Crystal Aegis, barely surviving. And both teams, it looks like, are going to back up here, but it's clear advantage to third string with that kill. Kudos to Gangster Us managing to take a kill off of third string here. No, pardon me. Kudos to them for staying the course. One talent behind. That could have gone substantially worse for them.
Yeah, so they're gonna back up and pick up the Dragon Knight at this point. I don't think they have much to be able to defend.
This is gonna be tough for them to actually defend in any way, shape, or form. It's an 18-minute Dragon Knight, and this is gonna go right down Main Street here, as the way to the core is open, and we got catapults pushing, we got minion wave pushing. We got level 20s versus non-20s, and this has game-ending potential right here, Sen.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mig taking a little bit of the initial damage and trying to...
Ike's super aggro on the front line there. Holy cow.
And really, the amount of health on that Dragon Knight at this point, look at that. Just all 5 members of Gangster Us are focusing on that Dragon Knight, and it is still up. That is so much health right now, and that is GG. Right there.
They got control of the mid game right after level 10, and they never let go. There was never that one climactic team fight throw from third string. They held it together cleanly. They took very strong, good, solid team fights, and they closed this one out in convincing fashion here. 16 kills to 4.
Yeah, that was it was very difficult for Gangster Us to catch back up there. They...
There you go. I think Samuro lost the game, man.
Oh my gosh. Uninstall?
Uninstall. No, balanced. He's balanced. The hotfix fixed everything, man.
Are you really gonna... Are you about to say that officially on on a cast here?
Let's see here. The thing about...
New type?
Oh. And that's what's up with Samuro.
Oh, did you just mute yourself on purpose? You jerk.
What? No.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you. You did that. You...
See, Samuro would be balanced.
Oh, you playing the broken mic game here.
That's all Blizzard has to do.
That's the old oh look, they must have put a invisible wall here. Jump up and down, jump up and down.
So let's talk about this game here.
Okay. Let me start.
I wasn't feeling the Arthas, bro.
Yeah. No, I think the Arthas got caught out a few times. I do want to point out ETC Ario. They did a great job comboing. ETC would go in, power slide past the person that they were aiming for, and then Ario would detainment strike them into the nearby wall. They did such a good job at the enemy wall doing that, and then Falstad would come in or Lunara would come in and just clean them up. I mean, it was great job coming out of that gank squad. That was a intensely difficult to handle gank squad going on there.
Mm-hmm. I have to say I was very impressed with the play from Mig and from Giggles in particular. Mig with some really choice gusts, really took the team fights to another level, made what was initially even trades into substantial wins for their team. And Giggles had at least 3 critical Crystal Aegises, which saved members of their team and turned what could have been, an early death into a more prolonged team fight and an eventual win in the team fight. I feel like those 2 in particular had really solid moments that helped seal the deal in a lot of these games. On the other side, I feel like Spectral on the Chen was pretty solid, but I feel like without any other I don't want to say reliable tank. That's not the right word for it. But
frontline tank.
Arthas I feel like just was not cutting it tonight on this one. I mean, that being said, Arthas actually dished out more damage than the Samuro, so I don't know what to say about that.
Well, Samuro spent a lot of the game in one lane.
Okay. Samuro almost soaked more. Samuro soaked the most damage of any hero.
Most XP, yeah.
Yeah, soaked the most XP of any hero in the game that we just witnessed. So that's, I feel like that's misusing the hero. Like, I feel like you're better off with Samuro if you're going around and you're actually putting the damage in. That XP can be soaked by anybody. Like, that XP could have been soaked by Chen. While Samuro was going around with Brightwing and Sylvanas.
Or Arthas. I mean, Arthas is a great lane clear. I mean, having Arthas as the soaking, the single laner, would have probably been more beneficial for Samuro to be part of the gank squad rather than having 2 tanks on the gank squad or something like that. I wasn't really noticing a roving, like lane rotations, like a 3 or 4 person lane rotation coming out of Ganks R Us. So maybe those rotations could have been a little bit better, perhaps. I'm just thinking like Samuro was really focused on that bottom lane, and I think they only had like 1 or 2 people rotating between top and mid, because Chen was, I think, mostly in mid. Is that correct? And
Chen was mostly in top lane or mid,
yeah. And so, but yeah, let's talk about this next map coming up here. It's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Just gonna ask, took the words out of my mouth. So Tomb of the Spider Queen is up next. Based on what we just saw, any thoughts there, Synth? Based on what strengths and weaknesses we saw in these teams?
Well, hold on one second here. Let me just set up the.
We saw that third string isn't afraid of Samuro, which is kind of refreshing in a way. But I like I said, I almost feel like the hero was not utilized to the fullest extent that it could be. Using Samuro as essentially, I mean, he was basically played as Thrall. They just stuck him in the bot lane and just sort of left him there. Samuro, you can go solo lane, and we'll do the things while you're down there. I almost feel like you could have played that hero differently and gotten a bit better results. Found the right squishy targets early in the game, or jungled early in the game and gotten some better merc pressure while the other 3 lanes were being worked over.
I mean, the thing is, he did a really good. Drago did a really good job of holding bottom.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Drago, I mean, just being able to take on 2-3 members, especially early, at level 7-8, pre 7, pre 8, really. They did a good job of having Samuro just hold that lane. Unfortunately, they didn't capitalize on it. They weren't able to take top and then consequently take mid, between the 4 other members. And like I said, I think that might have been a problem with the rotations. Having maybe a little bit better rotations could have made it more successful. So I don't know. Definitely good play coming out of Samuro. I don't think he was necessarily a weak character, just perhaps not used to the best of his abilities. That's all.
Yeah, I think the player behind it was rock solid, but I think the way the player was, maybe it was a shot call, maybe it was something the shot caller asked for. Samuro, stay bot lane. Let the rest of us handle it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Samuro should be on the map and putting pressure and laying into sort of tender enemy heroes, and doing that damage. He's not a soak bot. That's not what you want him to be.
No,
that's really almost what you want Chen to be in the early game there.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, when the team fights started happening, and things started getting, and people started getting tossed around, I mean, it was third string that really just won the team fights. They just straight up won the team fights, I feel, with solid mechanics, the appropriate level advantages, and
you're saying wait,
third string won the team. Yeah,
okay,
won the team fights.
Sorry,
just straight up won the team fights with good mechanics and the appropriate level advantage, and good sneaky plays from Mig. I feel like Mig won almost single-handedly won a lot of those team fights due to appropriate gusts. There were a lot of gusts. There was the one that pushed basically half of ganks into the keep wall.
Oh my
god! Put them in that one corner.
Yeah,
and that got really dangerous there. There was the one where he gusted in the bot lane, where he gusted the two members back. I think Brightwing and Sylvanas, and got the freebie kills on them there. Like, Mig turned a lot of even fights into uneven fights.
Yeah. So we're going straight in here to the Tomb of the Spider Queen draft here. And Sylvanas, first ban
snap.
Out of third string.
I mean, Sylvanas turns any one web weaver into basically the immortal from Battlefield of Eternity, so no surprise there. Ganks are us. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore, dude. I could say like, oh, they're gonna ban Malfurions, definitely, but like,
Falstad?
Samuro got played in the last match, man, and lost. My reality has been shattered.
I don't know what to say anymore either. I think you do a respect ban on Falstad, because Falstad's still very good, and if you're not gonna play him, since the opposing team's gonna Zul ban.
Another Zul ban from Ganks are us.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they pick up Falstad again?
Third string?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not right now in the draft, but I would definitely put him on the table. I feel like there's slightly more aggressive picks. Who do I first piss? ETC's pretty good.
Okay. ETC was played extremely well on that last game.
I'm using my hindsight is 2020.
Okay.
Caster hindsight predictions. Thanks are us. Do they try and play Samuro again is the question.
No, I don't think so. Not on this map.
I think Samuro's fine on this map.
You think so?
Yeah. You get free pokes essentially on the turning point.
I would take Zeratul over Samuro on this map. He serves a similar purpose. The escapes are not as big a deal on this map. Samuro's power is escaping. Not necessarily engaging, but the survivability.
He's got a strong engage too.
Mm-hmm.
If his talents are built appropriately, his engage is very strong. Tychus and Li Ming are brought up by Ganks R Us. Tychus actually, with quarterback, can be a very reliable interrupter at the turning points, and Li Ming has got great poke. Malfurion and the High Lord Alarak are picked up by third string. All hail the High Lord of the Tal'Darim.
With the Li Ming pickup,
Lord and Savior,
John
Delancey.
the sass on that one.
Who are we kidding here?
So I'd like to bring something up. We didn't see Li Ming last game at all.
You're right.
What is going on? Samuro lost and we didn't see Li Ming. What is this reality?
Turn the world upside down, bro.
Is this Fresh Prince?
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Alrighty.
So Ganks R Us with the ban.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, third string has gotten their necessary members out. They banned the Chen out. Interesting.
Okay.
I'm thinking, it's a good solo laner. It's one of the premier solo laners in the game right now. And, Malf Chen will basically never die. And Chen paired with an Alarak can help isolate someone very easily. Very easily.
Chen can push somebody back for Alarak to basically silence. Alarak has a silence at melee range. Reliably hitting that at anything other than melee range, like anywhere farther than on top of the other person, is very difficult. So...
All right, Muradin banned again by third string. We saw this ban in the second phase last game, so they really don't want Gangsta Us to have access to Muradin. They're really forcing the Johanna, and Gangsta Us kind of putting themselves into this situation with the Chen ban, kind of choked out on tanks. It's basically Johanna or some really goofy off-meta tank, and we see Johanna picked up by Gangsta Us.
Yeah. You're going to need another, anti-melee, I feel, because if they're going to ban out Muradin, they might be going for something melee or auto-attack oriented. Do you go Lili in this case?
No.
No? Okay.
No,
Fair enough.
No, Alarak does too much ability damage. His strength is not in attack damage. I feel like in this situation, you want to be looking at you've got Li Ming. I feel like Li Ming herself is kind of a good answer for Alarak and ETC. You want someone who is going to do high damage to clumped frontliners. And with Li Ming already on your team, I think you're in good shape. She's got good, reasonable long-range poke. Uther is picked up by Gangsta Us.
We haven't seen Uther in a while.
Uther in 2016.
Oh man, what is this meta? No.
Yeah, Uther got played at BlizzCon today, though.
I know.
So,
where's
Uther.
Brightwing? Where's Brightwing? Where's flavor of the month?
I don't know, man.
What is going on?
It'd be really crazy if Brightwing got picked up at Gangsta Us.
What, like a two healer?
2 support. Yep. So Vala is picked up by third string. They've got some really solid characters who rare red right now.
I would say third string has a better use for Brightwing. With Malfurion potentially doing Twilight Dream.
Uther's got the on-demand, instant heals. Brightwing's got the timely overtime heals. Yeah. Between the two of them, they've got reasonable wave clear. Uther can take Divine Storm or Divine Shield.
That's true.
And that really could help stun out an Alarak when they're trying to make a combo happen. I don't think they're going to go for Brightwing. I really don't.
There's no target for the D Shield. It's not obvious who's So
which means we could see somebody for the target for the D Shield. Kael'thas is picked up finally by third string here, so they've got a good, solid, well-rounded sort of support the ETC. I think Greymane would be okay. I almost feel like Kerrigan would be better, but my problem with Kerrigan is she basically it's a game of chicken. If Alarak goes in first, Kerrigan can jump on Alarak, blow the combo, and wreck him. If Kerrigan goes in first, Alarak can combo her, silence her, and all of her damage is gone. So it really is tough to play those two against each other. But I almost feel like that's the right pick here, with Johanna pulling people in and Li Ming doing the damage and Uther with a D shield. I can't think of another melee character.
Or you don't go melee at all.
Let's
talk about Azmodan.
Juking my predictions like fucking champs. Yeah. Let's talk about Azmodan. Long range hero, probably not going to be the target person that gets picked up by Alarak here.
Yeah, we got Azmodunk here. Good old Azmodunk, the patron overlay of the Pro Division for me. So I'm gonna switch back there for a brief moment here, just to show you guys what you guys missed.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think that showed up because we didn't have any time to actually preview. So
Azmodan with Li Ming doing a little extra damage, with Uther doing a little extra damage. Azmodan is going to be getting Taste for Blood stacks very quickly, and very easily.
The technical term is whoa.
He's like whoa. He's gonna be getting blood stacks like whoa. So, and putting that artillery on from long range is going to make him very nice against the Alarak.
How
Gonna
about
make him very
Johanna?
nice against the squishy heroes, Vala and Kael'thas.
And how about Johanna Asmo synergy? Let's talk about that for a moment. I think those two are probably the best combo in the game for building those stacks for Asmodan.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
And so basically Johanna and Asmo are on lane rotating duty, and the rest of the three people can either gank or soak or do whatever the hell they want, because honestly, we're going to be talking about Johanna and Asmo.
I mean, Asmo could go for the Sieging Wrath. Could. But, I mean, go Taste for Blood. Go big or go home. You don't just pick Asmodan and not pick Taste for Blood. Oh, I love the cojones on Spectral for picking this hero out.
Yeah.
Here. I actually honestly think it's a good pick too.
No, this map is great for that.
Consistent dunks on very squishy members. Kael'thas, Vala, Alarak. Not a ton of HP on these heroes. Alarak's got a pretty fair pool, but not a huge amount. And if you're hitting, if you're dunking on two people, that's going to be difficult for Malfurion to mitigate. And with Tychus on the front line chunking down ETC, there's a lot of damage potentially on Ganks R Us that Third String's going to have to deal with.
Yeah. Do you think they choked out the tanks on purpose to pick up Johanna like that?
I don't think so, because Johanna's not really coveted. She's not really aggressively sought out as a tank.
Yeah. Do you think Asmo was picked up then just as a, hey, we have Johanna, let's pick up Asmo?
This is tough. I can't say just yet. So let's get into the nitty gritty here.
All right.
On the left-hand side here, in the blue trunks, playing for Team Ganks R Us, we've got Ripper on the Tychus, Drago on Li Ming, Ike on Johanna this time, Spectral on Asmodan, and Last Enigma on Uther. So Ike switching from the Sylvanas to the Johanna, seeing how things change here with Tychus now on the DPS role. We got Third String in the right-hand corner here, wearing the red trunks. We got Mig on Alarak, Giggles on Malfurion, Fenrir on Vala, Chaos Bear on ETC, and Ben's Bear on the Kael'thas. So again, look for Mig to be the big playmaker with Alarak.
Oh, a taunt coming out of Johanna.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
We got the BM Esports in the mid lane here. Is a ton of damage goes on Li Ming. Don't know what she was doing over there, but I think she regrets it almost as much as we do. As Li Ming is brought down in the early game here. Nice, 2 or 3 minions of XP.
And Ike getting bodied. Holy crap, they're just... wow.
The counter taunt.
Yeah, the counter...
Where's the B stepping? I want to see some real BM here. As both teams are rolling around. Ripper is actually in a rough spot here with Malfurion Roots and Kael'thas as well.
Oh boy.
This is potentially one dead Tychus.
Yeah,
one dead Tychus.
Alrighty, so...
Third String pulling no punches here in the early game. They were absolutely triggered by that Johanna taunt, and they're letting them know it.
Yeah, they seem a little incensed here. So yeah, here's the four-man rotation coming out of Spectral and the rest of the gang there. Unfortunately, they are ready for it. Third String is ready for this four-man rotation. They are not afraid to capitalize on whoever's far behind, because Johanna's up front trying to do damage to that wave, and she she's leaving the juicy backline intact. Or sorry, not intact.
Taking a quick peek at the talents here. We do see Convection picked up from Kael'thas. So looking to get lots of damage in without dying here. So keep an eye on Kael'thas every time they die. Progrock picked up by ETC, looking to supplement that Malfurion healing. I do like that. I mean, block is not going to do anything against Tychus. It's going to get chewed up almost instantly here. So Progrock makes sense at level 1, especially on a short map like this where you can go back and forth, get the globes. We are seeing Taste for Blood from Asmodan, so they're going to be building them stacks. I'm going to be on Asmodan all game, checking on them stacks.
Yeah, I'll have that open as well. So,
Force Armor from Li Ming as well. I like this. A good talent picks all around from all heroes.
Yep. So Ike and Asmo just doing that top down or top mid thing, and Tychus gets picked up here at bottom as a result of missing the rotation down. Ooh.
And that's that's map awareness and that's team communication right there. You gotta know when if your 4-man is going to top lane and you have no vision of anybody. You've got to be aware in the bot lane.
Yeah, and Third String is really, really looking for those ganks. I mean, Ganks R Us has no copyright on that phrase there.
Nope.
They are really just looking for the odd man out, looking for the person who's most susceptible to this. And ETC just really unafraid to come in and push his weight around.
I mean, they have so much crowd control. ETC, Malfurion, Alarak, Kael'thas. They get. I mean, if they find you, they will kill you.
Absolutely.
They're worse than Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I mean, with that much beef, you just got to push your weight around and
yeah. Also like Liam Neeson. All right, turn in attempt from Third String in the top lane here. Get a lot of damage in on Drago. He's gonna have to hustle out. As some nice damage from the Asmodan manages to deter both teams. Third String going back for the turn and does manage to complete off of Giggles there. First turn in for the Web Weavers.
Oh god, and Ike is blown up there as Johanna. Ton of gems.
Dropping so many gems. Holy smokes. That's a ton of gems on the ground that just disappeared into nothing. That's a huge, huge, huge win for Third String right now as the Web Weavers begin pushing out here. And I would expect them to pressure top lane specifically to help with any future boss pushes.
Yeah, top lane's a good strategy all around. Being the shortest lane as well, just being able to take that and have the Web Weavers push farther and farther on the top lane, and being able to capitalize on that. They already take down the fountain, and looks like they are not retreating. Oh, there they go. Okay. Yeah, Fenrir trying to get a little bit of extra damage in, but yeah, they're just trying to poke, and Ganks R Us does a pretty good job of cleaning that up, but they are pushing hard in mid.
Asmodan with 64 stacks at the 5-minute mark. That's actually a pretty decent track for them, but it's gotta start paying off. Once Asmodan hits 10, you can expect Blackpools to really help pump up that damage. But they gotta make this. They gotta make this work here.
Ooh. So yeah, Johanna and Asmo still trying to combo their stuff together, and it's really actually starting to detriment their team fights. With Ike being so far forward in order to capitalize on that wave, she's actually taking a lot of damage and being the focus of a lot of the heals.
Oh, Ripper getting pulled by Meg in bot lane. Absolutely devastating kill there. Meg making the plays again.
Yeah, Chaos Bear is enabling a lot of these, though. I mean, the power slides in, just really setting up for all sorts of shenanigans coming out of Third String.
And they got no one soaking bot lane right now. Level 10 is picked up by Third String. We're seeing Phoenix, Twilight Dream. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
We're seeing Stage Dive, Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike, wow, that's kind of unusual for Alarak. And Straight from the Vala. You usually see the charge from Alarak, but tons of damage chunked in on Ripper. No cooldown, no ability available from Last Energy to save him. Or Last Enigma, pardon me, I said energy. So that is another kill on Tychus. Tychus matching up with great difficulty against Alarak here, as another wave of red Web Weavers comes down to join the fray. That is a hard sentence to say. I dare you all to try it 5 times fast. Another wave of red Web Weavers.
So looks like they're gonna try to clean up mid and bottom first, and they're letting Third String push. What is going on here? I disagree with this strategy. I mean, they are getting to the keep walls. They are just basically losing the timer on, their defenses are essentially.
Their defenses are gone. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a level 11 versus a level 9 fight. This is like almost insurmountable. This is really unfortunate here. The attempts at stacking Azmodan have kind of crippled their
Oh my
their
God.
their full map soak.
And Drago
And that-
just gets blown up after Meg pulls her back and just wow. There's some nasty damage going on there.
Solid stuff coming out from Mig there. I mean, we talked about the false stat play in the last game, and they're proving that they really have a grasp of when to make the pulls, when to make the kills, and when to engage on these
ETC,
ganks.
they should have banned ETC out. I'll be honest with you. That ETC play on the first game and even right now is just been on point for sure.
Now, normally this boss would be really gutsy and hyper aggressive and a bad idea, but they don't have ults yet. They're going into 12 versus level 9, and there's nothing that Gangstaros can do to contest this boss right now. There's no keep in the top lane. They've got to soak to 10. They've got nobody soaking right now. No one's soaking that top lane. Oh, this is. I feel like this is really, really, really getting out of control for Gangstaros here.
Yeah, it's they're gonna go ahead and push with the boss, and that is actually very dangerous because there's no keep here. So my point earlier about disagreeing with how they cleaned up bottom and mid first, they need to take advantage of their structures damage, and make the structures last as long as they can in order to do a little extra damage against a team that has ults on you.
Really preemptive Draken Laser Drill just now getting the damage in on the boss. A grab on Li Ming does manage to follow up with a stun. A clutch Divine Shield at like 20 hit points saves Drago. But will it last? A big stage dive in, catches last Enigma. Does manage to survive at the last moment here as Ripper goes down.
This
And
might be
this
GG.
is the end of the game right here.
Oh my
As,
gosh.
Third
Sub-
string pushing him with his boss. A 9-minute, 40-second game. Third string. They aren't going to be riding the bench much longer as they put an absolute beatdown on that map.
Wow. Oh, that was painful to watch. I'm sorry. That ETC was was on point. Let's put it that way. Chaos Bear, man. That was nuts. Let's put it that way. A sub 10-minute Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah. I mean, the bot lane was constantly getting checked. I mean, that was where I feel Gangstaros really started losing the game, was in the bot lane. Tychus was constantly getting picked off by a great set of rotations from Ben's Bear, Chaos Bear, and Mig. They were constantly picking kills up off of the Tychus in the bot lane and getting just free soak in the bot lane. And Gangstaros never really had an opportunity to address that because they were so focused on getting Spectral the stacks in mid and top lane, constantly rotating with Li Ming, Johanna, Uther, and Azmodan. And that bot lane, it really came back to bite them. And we saw Mig on the Alarak in that bot lane. Oh boy, I swear I didn't have that much to drink. Mig in the bot lane with 7,000 XP. Really solid XP contribution. You can add 2 members of Gangstaros' XP together, and they barely get what Mig was able to contribute in that game.
Yeah, and whenever they rotated down with Mig and ETC, Chaos Bear and ETC, they were able to pick off Ripper every single time. There was no mercy. There was no mercy for Ripper.
Nope.
There. Single
Mercy
lane
is in the other game.
yes, in the other Blizzard franchise.
She is in the other game. She is not in this game. In this game, she is called Lieutenant Morales. All right. So I'm gonna take a quick peek at talents. I didn't really get much opportunity to discuss these. To be completely honest.
So D Shield was picked up. Did save Li Ming's life once. Okay. Let's talk about the other team first. Let's talk about Stage dive. Okay, no, maybe not.
I think stage dive was a pretty reasonable pick.
Yeah, I think so too. There was not really much use in putting up Mosh, especially with Li Ming.
Mm-hmm.
Li Ming is pretty much the direct counter with Wave of Force.
Yeah, the threat of Wave of Force is always a problem. And with Johanna, she's got a lot of abilities. If you see that move coming in, if you see that that slide come in, popping your Iron Skin and getting a Condemn off or getting a shield, Blessed Shield off, helps really stunt that
ETC,
mosh pit. Yeah, so that was pretty impressive. Kudos
Progrod doing a good job of just sustaining when ETC duoed with Mig there at bottom lane. Kudos to
where we want to start.
I don't even know where to start here. It's a sub 10-minute game. Like I think there was a little bit of a skill mismatch. I mean, it was
the first game, felt very close. It was very scrappy. It was, pretty solid throughout, like maybe up to level 10, and then things got out of control. And we saw in both situations, the team that made it to level 10 first just dominated the mid game. And in this case, the mid game never even progressed to the late game. It just ended instantly with that top lane pressure.
Yeah.
And I feel like the amount of XP, if I went back and looked, the amount of XP that got sort of missed in that bot lane, I think is sort of the secret killer here on this map. I think Tychus got picked off far too many times from ETC, Kael'Thas, and Alarak. And at the end of the day, it just was that XP advantage from third string was just insurmountable.
Yeah, I mean, Johanna and Azmodan are supposed to do a lot of siege damage, and they did. They frankly did. But the problem is they weren't able to they did the 4-1, like I said they should, but they let Tychus get picked off. And Tychus got picked off 5 times. I mean,
it never translated into hero damage. There were no kills from Ganks R Us. So at the end of the day, that if you're going to go for a long-term Azmodan build, you've got to be cautious in your early game, and they just were not cautious in the early game. And third string was able to basically walk all over the early game. While Ganks R Us was looking to get that Azmodan picked up, get that Azmodan, up to speed, and it just payoff was too slow.
And I think the grouping too, because you can see Kael'Thas doing almost 32k damage, whereas anyone else was only doing 16 at most. I think with those 4 people, they really punished it with Kael'Thas. Kael'Thas really did a good job of dropping the AoEs and doing a lot of damage to the grouped up heroes, the group of 4.
I'd have to look back and see if Convection got... I'm certain Convection got completed. There were no kills, so Convection definitely got completed.
And you can definitely see by the killing blows and the hero damage that Kael'Thas definitely was able to make those living bombs and just spread the disease of the flame. Kael'Thas was... I mean, this felt like pre-nerf Kael'Thas. A little bit.
All right.
So what an exciting game.
Yeah. Thank you for both teams for coming out here tonight. That was it. That was week 8 of Chair League for these guys. So enjoy the break. Enjoy BlizzCon. If you haven't checked in on that and started watching that, do it now. Get caught up on the best Heroes of the Storm on the planet. For those of you who are following certain teams and might not be, tuning in for a while, thanks for following us this season. Got a couple of regulars in here. Captain Murdoch, thanks for dropping by. We always like seeing you here. And Asuka Maxwell, you've been with us since the very beginning, so cheers. And thank you again to Kagiri for the host.
Yeah.
We always appreciate it. And we'll be seeing you all soon, hopefully.
Well, we have one more game tomorrow. It's between the Bumbling Bees and Team Space Bear, so tune in for that.
Do tune in for that.
Yes, please do.
It's Team Space Bears. If you're not familiar with the team, consists of the community relations manager Trixler, a handful of ex-pros like Dreadnought and KO.
Although I have a feeling that Dreadnought will not be attending.
I think so as well. I think we're probably like Jay Howe is also on Team Space Bear, but I feel like they're going to be a little bit busy. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what members of Team Space Bear we get tomorrow. I'm excited, and we'll just have to see. So thank you all again for joining us so far this season, and we hope to see you one last time potentially here tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/synthparadox. Twitter, same thing, synthparadox. Anywhere you see synthparadox, probably me. And Newtype is newly on Twitter, and go ahead and follow him as well. Give him some follows.
Yep.
Is it Newtype2K6?
At Newtype2K6. I'm also on Twitch as Newtype2K6, but we're working on getting that up to snuff. Probably not until after BlizzCon will I be able to devote any time to that. But yeah, thanks again for joining us, and cheers.
Yep, cheers all.